your children bestow a sweet smile, and now thou art high in the mansions above. On Erin's green valleys look down in thy love. On Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, on Erin's green valleys, look down in thy love.
This morning Galer agus fáilte liv go dtí Carriganima a gcóir féile lála Padraig in nómh an dánach an éoláid díag de mína bharta fethe seachtair. Agus tá mórthúil a bheith ar siúla nómh chun an féile a Camóra. Is an rudda gur bhfuil mí Camóra féile mar eolar duine tháinig go dtí an tír seo níos mó ná míle go le bhliain ó shin. Welcome everybody to Carriganima, Maat Tokish, and today we're commemorating St. Patrick with the St. Patrick's Day Parade, which has become an annual event on the Sunday after St. Patrick's Day. It's extraordinary to think that it is 1,525 years since St. Patrick first came to Ireland as a slave to Slieve in County Antrim. We all know the story, how he escaped back to Big Wales and came back to convert the Irish to Christianity, and 'twas one of the Larrys was High King at Ireland at the time, Niamh Gníloch. With me is the man in charge of security for today, Peter Toomey. Peter, what are the plans for traffic? Because this is a main road and we have to be very careful as regards traffic, and the one thing we don't want is any accident.
That's true, James, yes. Well, in consultation with the Gardaí after last year's parade, we decided to keep both sides of the road clear in the village itself, and we put up cones to restrict traffic parking on the side of the road. Also, Gardaí are at Pike Cross, and they're making people aware that there's an alternative route down the Cobbock Road, down into Clontarhead village as a bypass to the village. And we're hoping to restrict the amount of time that people are held up to a minimum during the parade.
Yes. It's amazing to say that 12 months have passed since we had the Easter 1916 commemorations here, and since then two people in particular I'd like to mention Táim Hartlína Fíringa. One of them is our neighbour
Connie Keller,
Benach Dalish, and the other is Padre Donoghue, who unveiled the plaque to the 1916 commemoration in conjunction with Neddy Welch on that day. And it is also extraordinary that it is exactly 100 years since O'Donoghue's sold the farm across the river from here and moved to Coachford. And it is also 100 years since my grandfather, Latimer Sim as well, purchased a farm in Knockraheen. O'Donoghue's purchased 180 acres for 1,700, and my grandfather purchased 69 acres for £1,105. It was an awful lot of money then. How they put it together was a feat in itself, but they were able to do it. They always said that the Warriors were fantastic for farming because there was a great price for milk, butter, beef, mutton and bacon, because all these were required for the war to feed the troops. And my grandfather was the fifth of the same family that came from Connacrew between Carriganina and Carriganima. So he was following in the footsteps of more people. Right. Enough for the history. We will remember those two people today, but we'll also try and come to the new generation sometime during the day of those that were born since last year. Araig Leshan Kelura.
Oh, Margaret.
Lumanish, Tan Tara Talavirta, August Kilin Session, knocked me again, Fibere, Egg Eng, a table Hatasha, Neakti Adal, a Gor Couple Bliner Lead. With me is the Minister of Agriculture, Michael Creed, and I want to congratulate him on becoming Minister of Agriculture. We know he has lots of duties and responsibilities, but it's fantastic to welcome you to Carriganima St. Patrick's Day Parade here today.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. I mean, I have been away actually for the last week. I was actually talking to my father earlier this morning, and I was recounting the past week. And there was 6 or 7 cities, 5 hotels, 3 countries. But it's great to be back in home territory and great to be back in Carriganima. That's where the heart is, and certainly talking to my father this morning, Clown Road and Carriganima is place where his heart is also.
Yeah, August. With me now is a man who we found out over this weekend and his people are a native of Cork, because all the Healy's originated in Dunamore, and from there they drifted towards this side of the country, and a few of them went over the county bounds and they settled near Kilgarvan. And Brian Tuberty in the late show did the DNA of
my Uncle Michael, yeah.
Uncle Michael.
Yeah.
And he got the biggest land in his life because his mother had come from America, and he expected if he got 75% Irish he'd be flying.
Yeah.
Well, but when the results came out, it was found he was 100% Irish, and it also showed that where most of his relatives were from was County Cork, and particularly around Dunamore.
Yeah, well, we actually knew all my grandmother's people had originated from at home around us, but she was born in America. But you are right to say that all the Healys, well, actually 4 of them left Dunamore that are related to our clan, and the reason that they left was that there was one of them after Killian Landlord's agent at the time.
Fair play.
That they ran into a bother, but that's going back a lot of years now. But the Healys did originate in Dunamore, and we're very proud of that. And my mother's father was Patsy Horahan from Adrigall. On the other side of us, Bonesus on the other side. So there is no doubt we've Cork blood running through us, and I suppose we're in one bit sorry for that. The people around us here and in West Cork, the only grievance I would have with him is maybe the day of the Munster final, and that a lot of this place here should have been inside the Kerry border anyway from day one, but we can't find or blame the fella that made that mistake. But that would be my feeling, that the interests that are here in Carriganima and Macroom and Ballavoon and Clondrohid and Cooley, the people are the same, the issues are the same. And the only misfortunate thing for us, because we're running the Kerry side obviously, is that it isn't in our electoral area, because we'd like to be here around, but unfortunately we can't.
I can remember discussing that with your father and uncle behind the pub, and they said we had one way out of it, and that was for one of them to run for Europe.
Yeah, well, you'll have to talk to me again about that, but we running for Europe would be alright, but I suppose we pride ourselves in local politics, and we like to be around and we like to be with the people, and that's what we feel we're good at, so we'll stick to that for it. Yeah.
Tommy, stop. Baby, they kind of reach a young Tommy.
That's it.
Never yet had we went St. Patrick's Day parade in Carriganima. Of course, we have Kieran Roche in the Moran. Come on. And of course, we have Humphrey Reardon here, handing out sweets to the kids. Thanks very much. Come on, Humphrey. Super, guys. Super duper Humphrey, thanks very much. Right, Humphrey Reardon, right, okay. Right, of course that was Mr. Knight in South Sea for losing back. The orange boss for getting his transfer. Right, okay. Well done, Liam, what do you make of that? Johnny's got to keep going, she's got to say that, because the fastest truck in the West is the Sir Fast Man, Kenny Connery. Whoa! Super duper, Kenny, thanks. Next up we have Johnny Hickey from Mill Street Vintage Club. Give Johnny a big cheer. Well done, Johnny, boy. Thanks very much. And the Mill Street Vintage Club meet on a regular basis there on the Aroma Cafe in Mill Street. And John and Anne Barry, they're vintage cars. Thanks, John. Thanks, Anne. Next up we have Ted Deneen Bond, is it? Ted Deneen Bond, is it? What are we driving?
We're driving an MR2 turbo replica. And the real MR2 turbo is behind us. But I wish he'd swap.
There'll be no swap. Next up we have Noel, which is MR2. Super Noel. Anything you want to say?
Great day, everyone.
Oh yeah, no, they're enjoying themselves. Next up, right, okay. Thanks, Noel. Big clap for Noel. Okay, I don't know what's after going on here. We started this last Sunday in Rathmore, but it's after getting way bigger. It was my own rig, but now everything is borrowed. So, no job too big or too small. Come on, give the young lads a big cheer there, in all fairness, yeah. Because Brendan was supposed to be pushing the board, but he wasn't fit enough today. Come on, folks! Come on, Sean! Go! Let's set up, Sean, boys! Come on, buddy! Come on now! Something I need. 'Cause I got a brand new cup by house, sir, and I'll give you the key. Hey! Come on, Ryan! Ryan is promoted this week. He's back on the ride on. How did last Sunday go, Ryan? We would have tried to wrap all, we would have been interested, but we had a good evening. And of course, the small one on the back, quite well driven by the challenge on Joe. Hey! And of course, next up we have Sean Forbes, who's after joining my crew with his grassman John here, all the way from Toll Street. Thanks, Sean, for coming up. And of course, more on this vintage there, Phil Casey. And of course, we must thank Willie behind us there for the superb background music, Willie's country favourite. Here's Warren's vintage. Joe Roach is going well this year. Joe got broke down here last year. What happened here last year, Joe? He's not going to stop it all. He ran out of water. Come on, Patrick Cooley, Killamatra. And Ben O'Connor from Mill Street. Forward, Dave. Thanks, Dave. Next up we have Mick Lehan, who's representing the Mushroom platform. I don't know if you're not. Should I be fine? So don't forget to dance on Sunday the 2nd of April, music by Jeremy Captain off the gold at the back of the lawn of that. Okay, thanks Mick. The platform. Alright. Okay, Mick Dundee next up. Mick Dundee fame. He's going well. Have one massive song there with him. Next up we have Clover Hill, Danny Buckley of Clover Hill, the wool store, the whole shebang, and his trucks actually won Best Fleet Award in Milton there last Thursday, for Friday Patrick's Day. Fair play, thanks Danny. Next up we have the Clown Road, Loch Logra. Lagra Oak is it? I always get it wrong. What's that again, Mary? Lagra Oak. And John Nash is going to tell us all about this operation.
Thanks, Johnny. We're a hurling and camogie club. We were set up 4 years ago for basically the West Mosbury area, so from Macroom West along, the 4 parishes, and we get fantastic support from the Carriganima area with our 50-50 draw, which is very well supported in Carriganima. And we get fantastic support from the cart bus as well, so we really appreciate it. So we said we'd turn out today and support the parade in Carriganima as well.
That's okay. Thanks very much, John. Alright, big cheer there for Loch Logra. I got it wrong again, didn't I? Lekrog. I'll have it right for next year. Just the way they pronounce it back in Kilmare, is it? Kilgarvan. Right, thanks a million. And of course, next up here is our own, the carts. Of course, Peter, the best driver of the whole lot. Well, Peter, thanks Peter for bringing up the bus. Have you anything to say? Where's Nora? Oh, she's walking the dog. What? I nearly lost her. Right, with your llamas, tell us what this is all about.
We're floating for the Irish Cancer Society and we're holding our raffle day on the 31st of March. Note the change of date due to the venue being booked on the 24th.
So now that dog won't stop, we'll be in the village before we know it. So repeat the date again because I was worried I'd trip over the dog.
No fear. The 31st of March from 9 o'clock in the morning AM until 11 PM on Friday night.
Okay.
Tea and coffee, bring them by, enjoy the chat and make the most of the day.
Thanks very much, give her a big cheer there. Right, of course Brian probably won't open the window now. No. Brian is out on her doing power washing, painting, cleaning, but as you can see, Brian, the village here is perfectly clean. Thanks for coming anyway. I washed it all myself. What's going on here? Come on now, Jimmy, what's the story behind all of this? Is Christy's truck after giving up?
This is our new type of training. This is the training to make men out of these boys.
I thought they'd go do a bit better than that.
Our better men, they're behind in the structure. The women do better than them. They're already youngsters.
Put your leg in the brake there a minute, Christy. And what's your plan now for the coming season, Jimmy?
We have one ambition and one ambition only. The likes of the Dubs and the Crokes will put it back in their pouch and St. Johnson win a cup.
Oh God, give them a big cheer, St. John. And of course a big thanks to Christy Ring, he's after sponsoring the jerseys this year. Of Ring's Garage, and he has a few tractors up there behind us. And I'd like to welcome Michael Creed there as well. I see him over there in the distance somewhere. I'll catch up to you there in a second. Of course, Christoph. Christy's #1 mechanic. Now, Christoph. May blow the horn, Christoph. No horn. And of course, Kevin. And another member of St. John's. You took the easy option driving the tractor, John. And of course, Jimmy Collars from Millstreet Vintage Club. And next up there we have Pat Buckley driving for Oregon Transport. He's only going to support us every year. Thanks, Pat. Are we going for the meet now? Oh, he said put on the point, he'll be back in a minute. No bother, Pat, thanks. Next we have Brian Keller from Oban with his vintage tractor. Right, St. John's are on the run again, so... Alright, as I was saying, next up was Brian Keller from Oban in his 456, which he's done all the work on this in himself. Well done, Brian. Surprise, infant. Tigering driving T7060. Yeah. Fresh in from England for sale. I think 'tis on offer today for by 6 o'clock this evening. You'll get a good deal. Right, next we have Kevin. Am I right? No, I've done that for a bagan. 'Tis David. David, are you going to play a tune for us? We were kind of rushed last year. We have a small bit more time this year. And you have a goat. What else? Have you what kind of animals have you?
Sheep and cows and poultry.
Is there any pig yet?
No.
I believe there's a pig on the way. Were you buying a pig off my nephew?
I was going to, yeah.
It was too dear, I suppose, was it? Yeah. Ryan was too dear in the pig. What are we going to play on the accordion for us? The case jig. Alright, give Kevin a chance here now. to David. Right, super duper David. Right, next up, I don't know, what's going here? Yes, send the clue. It's Rings Garage again, I think. Hold on a minute there now, Cash. There's low mileage of, is it on you now or the Jeep? Oh, so you get, if you buy one, you get the other one free, is it? What's going on behind us here? Rings Garage have hardly seen CT in tractors, I wonder why. And Michael Healy-Ray, our own Michael Healy-Ray, came back again this year. Give him a big round of applause. Yeah. Oh dear God. Connie, what are we doing with this? What are we doing here? Come here. That's not easy. The work in the dark. No, wait, there's something else happening here now.
No, that won't take long. No.
Michael, you know who this is?
Johnny? We soldier together. I'm completely opposed to this new rule that's coming in for the tractors. All the small farmers like Kerry, there's no way we can stop doing these tractors for them.
And Chris Deering is back for it.
See, he is, but someone must pay him. To the small farmers like Kerry must be trying to be paying for this. And we have got no money back there.
Come here now, one question I want to ask you. Are you 100% Irish?
That's a real money back. I am. I am Irish.
It must be Cockman. He's a Cockman. It must be a Cockman.
Have you anything to say about this, Johnny?
No, as little as possible. Just because we're popular now, if you want to take us into pocket,
All right, you're taking to have this Healy rating picture. Will you come back to us for God's sake?
That's why I'm trouble, say. And you're watching the television. What is it all want to do to it? Not making that in trouble for me now.
You know you love the publicity.
Johnny, if you believe half what you hear, you can eat everything you see.
I suppose I can't say much more to that, can I?
Yeah, but that's nearly there.
Give Patshaw and Christy and Connie a big cheer there. Fair play to them.
Easy, man, easy. Connie, you go easy.
Right, next up, we have Teddy Howley. Fair play, Teddy, for coming out to Carriganima. Teddy, collect your kettle, take them to the mat, don't knock me out with the sweet. You might give us one quick song, would you, Teddy? You might give us one quick song. Yeah, then we give up 2 points. Super, thanks Teddy for coming out. He delivered livestock to marts and factories, calf collection from anywhere around the place. And of course, look, the main man of the vintage, Mr. Jack Sheehan. Give a big round of applause there, folks. Well done, Jack. Thanks for coming down. And of course, Speedy Niall Jr., Niall Murphy, Carriganima, big cheer. I noticed he's not driving on the Carriganima at all. Cheer there for O'Regan Transport Delegate, who's getting married late in the year. How's Mike Keller there, who works with Brendan Healy? Of course, Brendan was supposed to do something else for us here today, but he didn't do it. But he has been on more. I was looking for more there, but give Brendan a big round of applause there, folks. I'd say that's our parade for this year, I think. Things like nice and smooth. I'd like to thank Garda Shikara for being with us today. We give them a hand and everything is out to work out, Brendan. I think they'd want a big round of applause. What do you think? No, but I'm trying to find a couple of more. Johnny Healy-Ray, right from Kilgarvan, isn't it? You have a link here, haven't you? Where is she? Is she there behind us? Yeah, Marion Keller. You married to someone she'd know, is that right?
After marrying to this side, it's about time he'd return 1 or 2 now when he get a chance. And we've a couple of fellas that'll be delighted with him. Look, Rural communities are what they are. They're under pressure all the time. No matter what it is, whether it is farming, whether it is to do a road, whether it is to extend the footpath or extend the light. No one knows that better than Minister Michael Creed or Andres Moynihan or Governor Moynihan. But people like us are here for to help you and try to represent you, and he should make use of them and of us and of anyone he can along the way. Rural people have one asset that a lot of others don't, and that's their heart and their community spirit. There might have been a lot of shops in this village and other places that have closed over the years for various reasons. No doubt there is. But when people come together for the likes of today and put a parade together and put their heart and soul into it for young people and make a bit of fun out of it, that's what community is all about. And 'tis lovely to see that, and no one can take that from me. I'll finish up now. I want to recognise Andres Moynihan, who his father Donal and my grandfather were the very best of friends, and they travelled to Dublin every week together, and I had the privilege of travelling with him. And they were enjoyable journeys. There's a story going around since Friday night that the Healy Rays are 100% Irish and that we're from Cork. And both of them stories, sadly enough maybe, are true. But we're very proud to be from Cork. The Healys left Doonamore for them. Unfortunately, they were after doing a bit of harm. There was one of them after killing a landlord's agent. So we've no choice, only head south or southwest. And my grandfather on my mother's side is from Adrigal, so we work a lot in Cork with people. We're here a lot and travelling through it. We're working very hard with the Macroom bypass, as is our minister, and I know that he won't leave office without having that on the ground. And the only mistake that was made back through the years or back whenever it was made is that this side here, Mill Street in Carriganima and Macroom and Clondrohid and Cooley and Ballavoona, that all that wasn't put into the Kerry side. Because the people are the very same, the issues are the same, there's no difference in the world, only they put a divide between us, and it's not an issue only on Munster final day, and it is an issue for us because you're not in our constituency, and we'd love to have you. But again, if there's any more flowers like this around here, and if you've no use for them, we'll make use of them. Go in and cover your heads and have a drink and take your time going home, and I'm delighted to be here.
Thanks very much. A big clap there for Johnny, and of course the rose or the flower. Has the flower anything to say?
I just have to say well done to everyone today. It turned out fierce, even though the weather wasn't the best, but it stayed right.
Come here now, it wasn't that bad either.
It is bad when you're in a dress.
Isn't Mary looking absolutely stunning?
You are yourself too, aren't you?
Oh, that's alright, thanks Mary, because she's looking after her job in the bar. Well done, you're like all the politicians who cover yourself. So beside me here we have Andres Moynihan, who might like to say something to you.
Okay, Gurmagad. Look, I'm conscious that everyone wants to get on with the party and have fun, so I'll try and keep it as short as I possibly can. Cogardicus Livgaler as party clock agus Cogardicus Akahara as parade of her fall in Sogahatool. Neil Shem and Gachenad agus Tasha gave agus Shinrod Morlera how gave. The idea that you have your own parade, not a whole load of communities are doing it, and it's very significant. It's a great sign of a community spirit that you're able to hold your own parade, put out your brightest colours and celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and let people know that you're proud of your own village and proud of your own community and proud of St. Patrick's Day. Congratulations on it. I think also the idea that it's a celebration right across the world of Irishness, and it's a time that we should also just acknowledge and recognise that so many of the Irish are right across the world, and it's an important celebration for them as well. I'm conscious that it's getting a bit damp and that you're probably keen to get on with party, so in conclusion, many congratulations on having the parade and putting your best foot forward, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Gurmag of Galer.
Thank you very much, Andres. And of course beside you there is Michael, the Minister for Agriculture. Just one simple question, completely different, just something that's in my own head. About travelling. Just for an example, where have you been this week? Just out of curiosity. You know, most people, they get up and they go local. You could have been anywhere, just in the course of a week, or one typical week.
Well, the past week I was out of the country for Patrick's Day stuff, so I was in Munich, Berlin, Stuttgart, Cologne, Copenhagen, The Hague, all in 6 days. So back to 3 countries, 6 cities, 5 hotels in that period of time. So it was, but a lot of it was to do with kind of celebrating St. Patrick, a lot of it was to do with kind of food promotion and stuff, and some of it was to do with Brexit stuff as well, so it was a combination of stuff for the last week. Yeah.
Do you know, around here they'd only get as far as the pub or Macrum or Mill Street. Do you know, you have a good few miles to do.
I know, but it's a great privilege to have this portfolio and in a constituency like this, which is a rural constituency where the agricultural sector is of enormous importance. It drives the local economy. We export 90% of what we produce in the country, a food island exporting to 180 different countries around the world. So we're constantly kind of in sales mode in that context, and I suppose particularly in the context of Brexit, where 40% of what we produce goes to the United Kingdom. Part of the strategy is to try and seek alternative markets to reduce that level of dependence.
Well, thanks very much for coming to Carriganima. Anything else you'd like to say before we leave? Your heart's all yours.
Well, no, I just like to say delighted to be here. As previous speakers have alluded to, to celebrate St. Patrick's Day is tremendous. It happens all over the world, but it's important to have the local dimension to it as well. And I'd like to salute everybody involved in putting the show on the road here. I'd just like to remind Councillor Johnny Healy that there are 2 types of people really that I have found in the world: those who are from Cork and those who wish they were from Cork. So unfortunately Johnny falls into the latter category.
Super dope. It's all about DNA and NCTs. Governor Moylan is down there as well. She might like to say a few words.
I'm not really the talker, so enjoy yourselves. It's been a great parade and she wouldn't even notice the rain. Which was great crack, so thanks a million.
Thanks very much. I suppose that's nearly our lot for this evening. Thanks for all our dignitaries for calling to see us. And Garda Síochána, I suppose the gang working behind the bar. There's one thing I must say there: tomorrow night there's a public meeting down in the hall in Clondrohid. And of course thanks to Peter Toomey, Shane, Joe Leary, Neddy Welsh, all the gang that looked after the traffic down along the road. Okay, give them...
Have some fun, it's the moment I've been waiting for, when all my jobs are done. Where's the party?
Has meg kaint yn olf, bys y kaint mwy o'r yn blwn y taim y hawdd mi y fferinge. Ac ys rohi môr yn her bweg stedi ha on sale no hag-hugging in being impression. With me are 2 of the latest arrivals in the area. Anne McSweeney, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
New arrival arrived when?
1st of February.
Weight?
7
pounds, 7 ounces.
ounces.
Name?
James McSweeney.
Right. James McSweeney. Big excitement?
Oh yes. Delighted. Delighted.
Jessica, come in here near me, please. You're very happy?
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Is he quite?
Good enough.
Good enough. Well, that's fair enough. If he's good enough, that's fair enough. And congratulations. One generation has moved on, a new generation has come and are on sale, and congratulations in Cogardicus. Gunnari Gagal.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Perfect.
Nor has to make kind, fi make kind my all mar shanahar, a canig ferramansa, so vlien nedig a shaktiak. Agus blin galeni ig, the forshe ban, a ban, Lizzie Mick Buckley, agus ta ban, vukla, a ban lomanish, Mrs. Buckley from a ban.
Celeste Buckley.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know where Lizzie McPaddy and those were living?
I have a vague idea. I'm new in the area. We're
no. You have a new rival with you today?
My granddaughter Olivia Buckley, born on the 1st of August.
The 1st of August.
And this is her first St. Patrick's Day.
Right. Congratulations.
Gormahagus.
Right. Augustus. What a fantastic Lanov. Absolutely wonderful. Where did you get the...
Her mother bought this for her in Mill Street. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's lovely, yeah. She's a great girl.
She's a great girl. She's a fantastic girl. She looks fantastic.
She does, and she enjoyed the parade very much. Great credit due to everyone.
Gormila Mahagut. Mikey Buckley.
Mikey can't speak, is it?
Do you want to say any more?
No, thank you very much. Thank you. You're out your way now.
You are next year?
Yeah, please
start, yeah.
I'd just like to say a word of thanks to everyone for today for turning up. It was a wonderful day, just like every year. Shawnee pulled it off very well. And I was delighted to be asked to do Grand Marshal for it this year. It was a privilege and a fierce experience. And I want to thank Shawnee big time for that. And thanks to everyone for coming today. We had a fierce turnout and we can't wait now till 2018. Perfect, done.
Lomanish, tá pointer cearachar as Lacadov, agus an Dennis Oigata Ka na. The youngest of the family is
Dahi Kelleher.
Dahi. And Dahi was born
in February last year.
Agus tá minic Inavanov and Bluno, agus ag Diru Shocker and Bluno of the young people. And down here in front we have
Shawnee Kelleher.
From?
Lacadov County Car.
And are you going to school?
Yeah, he's Carriganima.
What class are you in?
Second.
And who's your best friend?
Sammy Murphy.
And where's Sammy from?
Can't remember.
But he's in Carriganima. He's from Carriganima.
Yeah.
Who's over there alongside you?
Cian. Cian Healy.
From?
Bellavorney.
Bellavorney.
Yeah.
Cian out in Bellavorney. Where?
In the countryside.
Okay. Liscargan. Oh, Thais come here. Liscargan. August in Ekanakan show.
See.
Small house is Moji. Are you enjoying the day, lads?
Yeah.
What's the best part of the bounce?
The Bouncy Castle.
Why you open the bouncing castle?
Yes.
How many times are you open it?
5 times.
5 times?
Yeah.
And are you going to go again?
Yeah.
And who's going to go up with you?
Cian.
And?
She.
Yeah. And what are you going to do?
Bounce.
Bounce. And how high will you bounce?
High as we much.
Right. So we're going to get a view of you now on the bouncing castle. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take up the camera. So 1, 2,
3.
Away we go.
Very good.
And with me now is
Heather Adair. I'm from Bonmore, just outside between here and Ballinacree.
And with you is
And that's what they do. What's your name? Jessie.
Are you enjoying today?
Yeah.
Will you sing a few parts of the song for us?
Okay.
Off you go.
I wish I was on yonder hill, for there I'd sit and cry my fill, till every tear would turn a mill. It's good day to my morning song. Shoon, shoon, shoon aroon. Shoonga sucka, shoonga coon. I'll tell my rock, I'll tell my reel, I'll even sell my spinning wheel to buy my love on a sword of steel. It's good day to my morning song. Shoon, shoon, shoon aroon. Siúnga sucker agus siúnga cún. It's good day to morning song.
Got a meal of good tattoo go home. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Caime Shara, Marta Nama Branakan Ekelum, Nama, Feature and Telefisha Tool, Norvian Kosher, Satigave,
The Vies.
Agus the Canton Gondel, Agus Caime, Isharalat, Gorian to job Untucker.
Nílas a gom faoi sonach, díana sé rénas.
Tais gom so war the VTG Cahara Shul Coupli in Eaction, agus Fitina, while the Vishay in a vehicle, near Higshay and Scale, Moyola and Gondel.
Well, is tócha cumag an scéil sin faoi me hin an ahar, so ní nach gúna greibh sé rós go an áíire.
Take a session, yeah. Agus fin aina hanna fas an clár sin. Now tattoo poster.
Tám?
Yeah. A farbok. An toasted coffee dina.
Sinné?
Agus Karen Benny.
Cáhíl inis.
Sin an ceisví gomsa Karen Gaelige.
Benny cáhíl inis, an tanam tarm. Ní nóir brnach a hiile.
Well, it's darm brnach dom sac a tom galia.
Gan áras.
Gur a míle mága.
Carcolór.